All right.
No, awesome. Like, how did today go? Like, what were some of the things that you found hard? What were some of the things that really worked? Like,
I was trying to think of something smart to say.
No.
No.
Everything went really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got done what we wanted to get done.
Yeah. It was good. It was a long day, but I think that's just to be expected of studio days. And everything seems to take a lot longer than you would think it would.
Always, yeah.
But I don't feel like we wasted any time, and I don't feel like we missed anything.
No.
Yeah.
I think we got a cool tune.
Yeah. I feel quite proud of it. We actually started the song. We spent 2 weeks locked together in a room at the Banff Centre, and at that time when we were there, we had the two verdicts for Colton Boushie and Tina Fontaine, and I think they were both pretty big blows.
Yeah.
Not I think. They were both pretty big blows, and they resulted in this tune. So it goes out to Tina's family, Colton's family, and all the families that are hurting.
so like you've been political in the past before, obviously. Like, I feel like being Indigenous is being political, and like, was that something that you came across when you were trying to create the song at the very beginnings? Like, how did that work when you had that inspiration?
You know, I always joke, well, not always, but I've started joking lately how even my love songs end up political. And I don't know, I honestly don't know when or like how that shift totally happened, but I think it's one of those things where when you start seeing what's going on around you, it's hard to close your eyes to it. And I feel lucky enough to have folks like Greg who are interested in participating in those chats and a part of being interested in being a part of that voice and that sound and all of those things. So it's important to me. It's a part of my spirit and my everyday, and my want to feel like at the end of my time when my day is done, as my grandma used to say when I'm laying with the potatoes, that I can honestly rest peaceful feeling like I did everything in my power to make this world a better place for the ones coming up after us. And for me it's like at no point do I want to feel like I could have done more. And this is just one of those ways that I feel like music and art is a language that resonates with people, and it resonates in a way that can be soft on the intake, right? So like it can be easier to receive messages and process them and everything. How many songs have we done together now?
Do we have 7 on the go?
Shoot,
Do you know?
I asked that question. I don't even know the answer. I guess so, hey?
Yeah, we got the one out, the one close, and then...
And then we have another album coming?
Mm-hmm.
All right, producer of the year.
Woot woot. No.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg's one of those magical creatures that just like popped out of the woodworks one day, and I haven't been able to shake him since.
Where did you guys meet? How does this come together?
At a basement party.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah, at the Junos. Mm-hmm. So I was up for July Talks Touch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I was an engineer. Yeah.
Right. And so both Greg and my manager Sarah are what we would like to say, socially disinterested.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's pretty accurate.
And so the two of them found each other sitting at the corner of the party.
A dark corner, yeah.
Sulking. And became best of friends, and then we became best of friends, and now we're writing tunes, and I wouldn't change it.
Cool. Yeah. Me either.
Yeah.
Ask him what's his favorite song of the album.
Oh yeah, what is your favorite song of the album?
Once I get further along, it'll be Breaking Down. Yeah. Probably. I think that's the coolest one.
It is the coolest one. We already have a
maybe not the most important one, but it's the coolest one.
Right. It's nice though. I feel like this record has that weight, but then it also has more, like, because one of the things that I've sort of struggled with is I don't want to feel like I'm required to constantly sing political songs.
Yeah.
Right? Not because I don't want to sing political songs, but I don't want to feel like I have to do it. The second it feels like it's a duty, then I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I want it to feel natural, and I want it to feel like, you know, it's because I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So this record feels good because it feels quite mixed.
We're covering some ground, yeah.
Yeah. We've got some... Yeah, we've covered 3 hashtags at least. That's kind of a tongue twister.
And when this song came up, because you were saying that you were in band Flick, how did this song happen, and like musically, like where did you start? You said like this isn't so much of like a synth pop album.
Yeah. Is it? What is it?
It's a rock album.
Is it a rock album?
Yeah, with synths in it.
My publicist was like, this is really edgy. I don't know where we're going to put it.
Yeah.
Like, yes. She told me it sounded like 9 Inch Nails. Right? Or reminded her of 9 Inch Nails. This one was the third one that we wrote when we got there.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And we literally wrote this song the day of Colton Boushie's verdict. Was it the verdict that we wrote it after?
I think so, yeah. It all came pretty organically. Yeah.
And I almost threw my phone through the window.
Yeah.
That was a tough day. Yeah, it was, I think we wrote the song in about 20 minutes, too. Like, it didn't take long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stuck down.
Yeah, these are our kids, right? Like, these are our kids, and no matter what people think, they have parents, and they have grandparents, and they have aunties and uncles, and they have people who care for them, and sometimes those people that care for them are the ones that have custody, and sometimes they're not the ones that have custody, and I don't think it detracts from the love of their family, you know, and we like to give society the opportunity to act as though that's not the case.
And when people hear this song, like, sonically and emotion-wise, what do you want them to get from Nobody's Child?
Why don't you go first on this one?
I mean, I always want them to go through a pretty adventurous story sonically.
Yeah.
You know, starting off pretty emotional and then getting angrier as you go.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it covers some emotional ground.
Yeah. I want every song to be a little bit of a roller coaster.
Yeah. I also like when it gives people room to experience their own, not experience, to process their own experiences.
Yeah.
This one's less metaphoric than some of the other ones, though. I think this one's pretty on point in terms of what we're talking about. And like you said, the movement of emotion throughout it.
So, like, what about your music is you and not for everybody else?
I think for, you know, the part of it that would be about myself or about the self would be me wanting to make sure that my niece is okay when she grows up. You know, so it's my concern for community, and it's my concern for those of us who've lost loved ones, and it's also my concern for the ones coming up after us, and, you know, most directly my little baby niece who's 2 and growing up brown in Winnipeg. Power to you, my girl.
She's a cutie.
Yeah, she's pretty fucking cute. She's a badass, though. That child. This is a 2-year-old who knows how to manipulate better than any adult that I know, but in a way that's not, like, cruel. It's like testing and you know, checking out how you're gonna react, and how, you know, it's really interesting to I don't know, maybe this is what kids do and I just don't know. It's my first time watching a human go from, like, frog to baby to toddler to
Frog?
Well, aren't they all tadpoles or something at some point, right? How has working with you impacted my work? Well, you hear what I'm hearing in my head in a way that I've never been able to get somebody to bring it out into sonic.
I've been trying my best.
Yeah, like it blows my mind. When we worked on The Unforgotten together, and I sent you a hand drum
Yeah.
and my vocals, and I think the powwow lick, like the pitched up powwow lick, right? So it was like it was
pretty
a
bare bones.
bare track, and I'm like, listen, I kind of want something super epic, and I want it to be like really big and heavy, but I also want it to maintain culture, and I want, you know, and I think my description of it was like super vague, and you were like, great, no problem. And then you walked away for 20 minutes and came back, and I was listening to it in the car. My wife and I listened to it the first time we heard the vent track for it. I pushed play, and we had no idea. I had no idea what he did. I'd never heard. I mean, like, you engineered July Talk, but I hadn't heard you.
Yeah.
And I pushed play on this song, and we both sat there, and we listened to the first, you know, like, the way to go, right? And then I sing, we are the one, whatever. And then it goes into, you had clipped in some Tanya Tagak bits, and then you dropped it heavy into that first chorus, and we both went like this, because we were sitting in the car, we both like went like this. Our heads went back, and tears just poured out of my face. Like, it was like the faucet just was flicked on, and I wasn't even sobbing like I was sad. It was just like, and yeah.
That's cool. I love that. I love that. I was trying really hard.
Right? You nailed it. Nailed it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys nail this song?
I think so.
Yeah, a little bit more work. It'll be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's still.
I think it's there though.
Yeah.
Done.
Awesome.